Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm going way old school this week with a very old kikki.K collection. This is the Mountains range. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so I had absolutely no idea what to do for this week's theme. I sat here and couldn't work anything out, and then I was talking to my good friend Simone, who suggested that I do a kikki.K week, and that's a great idea. But then I have so many kikki.Ks, it's really hard to make that decision. So I left it up to you guys, and I put a thing up over on Instagram. I let you give me a bunch of suggestions on which collections to pick, and then I did a poll, and the Mountains collection won by one vote. So I'm going to do the Mountains. It was where I wanted to go, so I'm very, very, very happy to be doing this. I'm going to tell you some kikki.K stories along the way. So this is a kikki.K remembering memories kind of thing while we're kind of going along with this. This was the very first paper lovers book I ever bought from kikki.K, and it's actually, this one is. I think I have another one up in my top cupboard, but it's got two of my absolute favourite collections. So the first one is Mountains, and the second one is Life is Sweet. I love the Life is Sweet range. It is gorgeous. It is still one of my favourites. But Mountains is really cool too. And one of the things I love about it is it combines this really dark blue with this teal, but then again with this pop of orange. And I really love the orange. The orange is really hard to translate onto the screen. I'm hoping you guys see what I see. Whenever I put pictures up of it, it always comes out looking really pale. And I don't know why. It comes out looking more like this orange, and I, again, don't know if you guys can actually tell the difference, but the actual orange here is a really vibrant neon orange, and it never looks that good on camera, but trust me, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to try and put in a bit of that neon for today and see what we can come up with. So the first thing I want to do is I want this envelope. I don't want the pink side, but I do want this sort of tealy bluey side. So I'm just knocking this out gently. How long has it been since I used a kikki.K? Whew. So I don't actually have a lot going on this week. The envelope is here more because I really want to use this as opposed to I need it, but that's okay. So this is one of the fold out ones. It's different to the others, and I'm going to use it. I've used it this way before, but I'm going to use it in a slightly different way. The hard part about this is I really don't want to use the pink, but you kind of have to. So this is just me being pedantic. You don't have to knock off all the little knobbly bits, but if you guys have been around long enough, you know that I will always knock off the little knobbly bits. Okay, so I'm going to fold this up. I just need to decide how I want to do this. So the part I want to be showing is this bit. So in that case, we may have to change the way this envelope works. So I wish that was dark blue. I wonder. I really want this bit to show. That's the part I want. I want the little scene here with the little green on the bottom. I'm wondering if I have enough here to be able to kind of continue it, and so you have it sitting on the bottom here, and then I'll have it continue here. I may even have enough with the two of them to kind of get the whole thing covered. So this is going to be a very weird kind of one, but that's alright. We haven't done a weird one for a while. So I'm going to stick this down. The first bit I'm going to do. So glue tape all along the bottom. I'm using the edge of the page that had, I need to cut that off, that was the straight edge as opposed to the bit that had the perforations. If I need to use that perforation part, I can, it's still there. And I'm just, even though I know it probably would be easier to go all the way to the edge, oh no, I will do it. No, I won't. Even though I know it would be slightly easier to go all the way to the edge, it's easier to place it by not doing that. So that's what I'm going to do there. And then we'll just trim off the excess. Why is that in the way? not even noticing that the edge is there. Now I have got a bit of the glue tape on the top. That's what I love about my glue dots, they can just rub off. Oh, I need to also send a very big thank you, and I don't know if Cheerio is the right word, but we'll use Cheerio, to my friend Jill, who sent me a bunch of the refills of my glue tape. She found a bunch in her drawer and she sent them to me. So Jill, thank you so much. That was very kind of you and I very much appreciate it. Did that cut off? Yes, it did. Okay, so we've got the blue on the bottom, which will then continue this little bit here. Oh, that actually looks really cool. So for the envelope, let's do some surgery. So I'm going to cut off this bit in the middle because I don't need it. So I'm just cutting a little bit so I have a lip. And then I'm cutting just underneath the score line there. I should have done this before I scored it, but anyway. And then if we put a bunch of glue tape on here, and I line this up, it should still be able to turn into the same sort of envelope if I don't fold it in the wrong spot. I should have done it around, actually, hold on. I can still do it. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, it's going to come apart, it's all good. Whew. Doesn't really matter too much if I tear this because it's on the inside anyway, but I'd like to not. Ooh, whoopsies. So I'll just span that round. Oh dear. Made a bit of a boo-boo there, but that's okay. It'll get covered up a little bit anyway. So I'm just going to trim just a little bit more off this top, the outside bit, just so it shuts nicely. It's just a really skinny little line there. And that'll shut like that. And if I put a little bit of glue tape, I'm just going to put, I need a bit of scrap paper. Couldn't find scrap paper in this room. How ridiculous is that? So I'm just putting just a little line down either side. And then if I fold that up, it'll actually turn into a little envelope. So I shouldn't have cut that little lip. That's the only part I shouldn't have done. The rest of it's fine. But now I can see a little bit of the pink, which is just annoying, but it's fine. And then I'm going to stick this straight down. Oh, that's actually really cute. And then I can just pop little bits and pieces in there. Just have that folding over, or I can tuck it in, whichever I want to do. And what I might tuck in there, so I grabbed out everything I've got from this collection. This is again one of the oldest things in this room. I have these little quote cards. Oh, it's the perfect size. Oh no, it's not. It might be a little bit too big still. It's alright, I'll see what else I've got. There might be something in the Paper Lovers book. We'll come to that in a sec. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the bottom. So I'll grab this teal bit and I'll just trim off, trim off a little bit of the perforation, and then I'll be able to do the exact same thing. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Then on the top, so hold on. So I'm going to grab this little tag. It's actually going to be perfect, I think. Yes. Part of me actually wants to laminate this because it's just, I'm not worried it's going to get broken, because that's not what the worry is, but it's just I forget how cute these little tags and things are. So what I want everyone to do is leave me in the comments down below what your first kikki.K collection was. I just really like to know. I think it would be awesome. Actually, you know what? I haven't used these, so let's just make this just a tinsy bit thinner. And that way it can fit in there. These actually used to sit on my vision board. They've all got holes in them, because I actually had my whole vision board was set up with the mountains collection. So if you actually look here, you can see the little hole. Part of me actually wants to really like put that right in the middle. I'm not going to put it in the middle, but I am. These are the paper clips that I got with that last kikki.K parcel that came from with my planner. I'm going to put the black little envelope. No, not the envelope. The heart. No, I don't want the heart. Use the circle. I know that's covered up a little bit, but that's okay. I have it like that. And then I can put, I will stick some of this pink paper on the back and trim it off, and that way I can write on the back, and if I need to I can just take that off. I don't actually know if I finished my sentence just then. I want you to leave me the first kikki.K collection you ever bought, because I'd love to know. I feel like there's a lot of kikki.K nostalgia sticking around at the moment, because we're all still a little bit sad that they've gone into receivership again. But I was reading today that they may have found another buyer, so we don't need to panic yet. But it is still very, very, very sad, which is why this sort of week seemed to be a good idea, I think. So thank you again to Simone for helping me come up with it. I'm going to stick. So there's I don't want to do the to-do. Is there a sticker that kind of, you get this one, the little teal. This can be my happy mail list for the week. And I'll grab, I think I want to use on the top, I need to bring in some of the, I'm sort of debating putting the little foxes or doing the big trees and some of the big foxes. But then I also really want to use that paper, which is scaring me because I've deliberately saved that paper for so long. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this. I know, I'm jumping all over the place. I'm too excited. Should do kikki.K weeks more often. I am going to do, this is just a side note, I am going to do a week soon with my Planners Anonymous Michaels books, because I haven't done that yet. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but I haven't. So I want to do that. So that'll be coming up. So I'm just going to, that bottom bit's just a little bit dirty. So I'm just going to trim off to here. I'm just lining up the bottoms of the mountains. Just trying to. That's what I love about this trimmer. And then I'm thinking, I just want the little bit of orange trim, and I should have done it on the, I'm going to do it on the bottom as well. So I'm going to trim off, there's going to be seriously the skinniest bit of paper. Oh jeez. So a couple of these little really skinny lines, and I'll stick them down on the top and the bottom. I'm not worried if they're not perfectly the same width. I would prefer them to be, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off. I'm just going to cut a bunch of them, and I'll get which ones I can. And hopefully a couple of them are the same width. I tried to use the guide there to sort of cut off like a quarter of a square each time. I think I've got 4 that are about the same width. They're not perfect, but they're pretty close. So we'll grab, I should have done this first. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is me at my scattered, creative, crazy, let's just see what works best. Because this obviously has no planning, and you guys can so tell that. And I'm just seeing what happens. So this is just lining up against the edge of the paper. I'm just trying to make it straight, which is difficult with such a teeny tiny skinny little bit of paper, but I think I've got it. And then again, just giving it a bit of a rub to get rid of those glue dots, because there are a couple. That actually looks really cool. And then why I should have done this first was because it's going to be a little bit harder to do on the other side, and I realise now I didn't need quite as much paper as I cut, but anyway. So I'm just going to do this edge first because it's the smallest of the bits. That little pop of orange. This is why I love this collection. Look at that. Okay, and then for the top, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do it quick. So I'm going to have the little orange just sit just underneath my line, and then I'm going to glue on the mountains on top, cut off the excess, and rinse and repeat on the other side. I may love this. I love that pop of orange. Damn. All right, so let's put all this back together again. Where'd my little paper clip go? There it is. So put this back together. Just got to sit with the little tag on the outside. There we go. Okay, date covers. I don't have anything Kikki K that can cover this, so I'm going to grab out these Barney and Moon ones. I feel like this blue really closely picks up one of the other blues. I think it was this one. It's pretty close. It's also going to add just a pop of silver. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these down, and I'll be right back. guess I want to just leave it like that, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to cut out a couple of these little foxes. I have so much paper stuck everywhere. Just a couple of these little foxes, like fox heads, just to sort of put around the place. I don't have any appointments next week, I don't think. But there's also not a lot of stickers, and this is one of the few collections that I don't think came with a sticker book, or at least I can't find one. That doesn't mean that they didn't have one, it just means that I don't have it. Which means they didn't have one, because I would. No, I'm kidding. Like I said, this was one of the first collections I got, so I think I may have come in right at the end of it, because I have a feeling that this may have been like one of the last I have this feeling. So this was at the Sunshine Coast store. If anyone who used to work at the Sunny Coast store, Sam, oh goodness, Sam, Shelby, and I can see her face, but I cannot remember her name, and that's really bad of me. Sonia, I think it was Sonia. They were my girls, and they used to look after me, and they put parts of the collection aside for me, and I'd come in and get it all on the same day, or they'd call me when the new collections came in. The kikki.K staff are just amazing. They always were amazing. They went out of their way constantly to help you. I have a feeling, I remember going in this day and Sam saying that this was the last Paper Lovers book they had in the store. I have a feeling it was the display one. I may have even got it on special because it was the display one. They gave me a discount. So I've got those. What else do I want to put in here? I feel like I haven't touched the notepad, and I didn't do that on purpose. I just haven't touched the notepad. This notepad, this is how old it is. The good thing is I can always put it back. So I'm going to start off with this Dream, Believe, Do, and Repeat. Because I want to put that on one of these lines. So I'm just going to trim just underneath the blue. Oh geez, I didn't come out very straight. Let's see if I can fix this. So I've got a couple little bits of paper here. I want to chuck in a couple of box sort of ones. I don't have that many. Apparently they're all the pink ones because I don't use them. So I've got 3. So I'm gonna put that one there. This one I was gonna put that sideways, but I'm not. I'm sort of not paying attention to the lines here other than to keep that as straight as I possibly can. This one I will. I'll sit that right on the line, or close to. And this one I will. I'm going to put it down this side. I wasn't going to, but. And then we're going to stick these couple of little critters and bits and pieces down. And then I think I'm just about done. I did put a little bit of glue tape on some of the little ones I cut out before, and then decided I wanted to wait and see where everything sat before I stuck them down. can't believe I didn't use that navy blue. It's the part that I think I was more drawn to, but I didn't do it. Yeah, I forget how much I love this orange. It's just so bright. Like I said, I hope it's being conveyed on camera just how pretty this orange is. It really can dull on camera, and I don't quite know why. Go. I'm gonna add one more thing in a second, but oh no, I won't, because I've got that quote there, so I don't need to. I was gonna add just another sticker up here, but I think I'll leave it. Probably didn't need to do the little fox heads. Oops. Checking the sticker book one more time really quickly. It's been so long since I've done this. So I'm grabbing the little tag here that's got the, I'll go hedgehog, but it could go echidna. I'm just gonna tidy it up a little bit because it's a little bit knobbly. Do the rest with just my scissors, I think. I want to have this one's gonna sit on the ring of my planner. And I'll just be able to flip either way. No, that side. I'm gonna sit on that side. Just got the little wig love. Oh, I love that. What I'm gonna try and do, and I'll do it in a still shot because I've got to go and find it and it could take me a bit. I know I used this in another weekly decoration back when I was first doing decos. I don't think it ever made it to my channel. I think this was way pre-channel. But I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to put it up now. So you can kind of see the way I used this the first time I ever used it and then how I've used it this time. And you see how different the planting styles are. It's amazing actually. I have a memory of it in my head. So I'm thinking I remember what it looks like, but I may be wrong. But if it is what I think it is, it's hell different. So love this better. This one's so much nicer. And I hope that the orange is coming through because in person the orange looks amazing. But I'm just hoping you guys can see that. Thank you so much to the people that participated in my little kikki.K poll. To everybody that loves kikki.K like I love kikki.K, you know how sucky thinking that one of your favourite stores is going away has been, and the revival in the middle was just the best thing, and we all thought it was coming back. All I can say is when and if you can support them, please do, because we need this company to hang around because they bring so much joy, especially to us planners. So yeah, there's my little plea. Please, if you can support them, please do. So that is it for this week's decoration. Thank you again to all of those people who participated in the poll and the votes. Thank you to Simone for giving me the idea. Thank you very much. If you guys enjoyed this one, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!